Season 3, Episode 4, Bullet. Another day at the pub. It was just past noon and unusually quiet, eerily so. The sky outside was grey and hanging low, and the only real sound inside the fire, the crooked anchor, was the subtle fizz of the soda gun occasionally leaking behind the bar. Pete, slouched in his usual booth, had been watching a man outside for a solid 2 hours. The man was pacing slowly, deliberately around the pub's iron fence. His muttering was constant, unintelligible, and his eyes never blinked. He looked like someone carrying out a mission that only he had been briefed on. Pete finally piped up. "David, we've got a situation. There's a man outside, just orbiting." Raymond wandered up to the window next to Pete, gnawing on an entire cabbage like it was an apple. "Here, David, come look at this boy," he mumbled, spitting bits of leaf onto the windowsill. David, polishing glasses with the serenity of a monk who had seen too much, gave a small sigh and wandered over. He looked out the window. "All right," he said with the weariness of someone who'd already had one conversation too many today. "I'll go and find out what's going on here." Out the door he went, jacket flapping slightly in the breeze. The man stopped pacing as David approached. David offered his most diplomatic tone. "All right, mate. Everything all right? You need something? Looking for someone?" The man slowly turned his head to David, eyes piercing. "My name is Bullet." David blinked, then nodded slowly. "Right, lovely, cheers." And then, without waiting for more, he hummed a vaguely cheerful tune and wandered back inside. Brian, without lowering his paper, asked, "Well, what did the strange bloke say?" "He told me his name is Bullet," David replied, already moving behind the bar again. "Didn't get much else out of him." Pete leaned forward. "Maybe pour him a pint? See if that breaks the spell?" Clifford clapped his hands with excitement. "I'll make him a portion of milky noodles. That'll bring him in." Warren, for reasons unknown, looked genuinely impressed. David, halfway through pouring a pint, paused and gave Clifford a look like he was trying to read a menu written in ancient Greek. Milky? Noodles? Biggins, the crow, still reigning from his cushion on the bar, flapped once and barked, "Bullet the bastard!" Outside, Bullet continued pacing with monk-like discipline. After another 2 hours, Pete quietly gave up his vigil and returned to his crossword with a sigh. David turned on the pub telly. Tenable was on. He watched the glowing screen with a glazed expression, leaning slightly on the bar. "Warwick knows how to put on a show," he muttered to absolutely no one. And outside, as the wind picked up and a few petals blew by, Bullet carried on, circling, mumbling, waiting, for something only he understood. Just another day at Crooked Anchor.